13 Miami taking on Texas A&M. And by the looks of it, I mean, it looks like Texas A&M is struggling this season, or so is Miami a little bit. I kind of had high hopes for Miami, so I think this will be a pretty good matchup for sure.
Hey, it's the most exciting game of the week for me because it proves to us if Miami is actually a good team because they're playing high caliber athletes, and also will prove to me if Texas A&M are they overrated, some sort of overrated, or are they kind of young right now? Are they still developing right now, or will they bounce back from a horrible loss last week? And well, this week, but next week it'll be last week. But
It's last
Texas,
week.
right? So Texas A&M, man, they got to redeem themselves, man. As an Arkansas fan, I can't wait to watch this game because we have those guys in 2 weeks, and I want to see was it a fluke for them to lose, or are they just struggling right now? Because if you ask me, they're struggling right now. And also, I want to see Miami, put their foot down, be for real. If they win this game, I think people will take them more serious. I think the Canes will be taken more serious with a win versus Texas A&M. Although I got Texas A&M winning that game.
Uh-oh, we got a Kings fan commenting on
Uh
the show.
oh,
Yeah. What's going on, Grant? Welcome to the show.
What's up, Grant?
Hey,
yo,
if you haven't, go follow NMD TV, NMD Canes, man. We did a breakdown preview show out here. But what I'm going to say about this is, and I'm going to tell you guys, my pick is Miami, and here's the reason why. I've been telling you guys, Texas A&M have not shown me that they have a quarterback, right? They have not been anything without a quarterback, period, right? They're still showing that. You lost to Appalachian State.
ah,
Appalachian
yikes.
State, an Appalachian State team that almost beat North Carolina, who don't even got a defense, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, so you got a Tyler Van Dyke. Let me tell you, everybody can talk about, oh, they weren't hitting on all cylinders. But let me tell you about the character of this young man and why. Ain't nobody go home that night. They went to the facility and put in that work.
Mm.
That is what's telling me that they're gonna be hitting on all cylinders. And what people gotta understand, you can do the 7-on-7 drills, all of that crap. You can do all of this and think you got your timing down. But there's a difference between having your timing down in practice versus having your timing down in a game when defenses are able to throw stuff and it's not 7-on-7 where they're limited. You're not really passing the rusher. Rushing the passer and things like that, right? So it's a different timing element. Give me Miami in this game because they got the quarterback as well. Appreciate it. But, I mean, until Texas A&M shows me something on offense, which they just haven't, why would I pick them? Why? Because they're in the SEC? That's the only reason to pick them. The
My thing,
only reason.
yeah, and my thing is, I just imagine them guys having more physical athletes. I mean, when I briefly watched them versus, I watched Miami versus Southern Miss. They were giving them a go at first. They were playing pretty physical with those guys at first. And my thing is Texas A&M have more physical athletes than Southern Miss. So from a physicality standpoint, I would have to say Texas A&M should win this game, but I would like to see Miami be for real
You
and win
think
that game.
Appalachian State wasn't as physical with Texas A&M?
I mean, they were. That was a great win for that program. Haynes King had a
And,
horrible game.
and I'm going to say this too, because you said this earlier on the show or whatever about Penn State. It's early. Maybe they can get their running game working in week 3.
Yeah,
So,
I'm hearing you out.
Miami, why can't they get theirs working in week 3?
And Miami hasn't really, yeah, and they haven't
Bro,
struggled too much in the run game.
no, they
But
haven't.
they
I
and I
mean,
and I like Tyler Van Dyke. That guy's a great quarterback.
running game, I'm taking Miami. Passing game, I'm taking Miami. Wide receivers, I'm about to take Miami. Like,
What
I
about the
mean,
defense? What is looking like for Miami?
I mean, honestly, this is going to be the true test that we will see. But
Absolutely.
one thing that we have seen, if your quarterback can't throw a pass, it can't complete a pass, it keeps going 3 and out, your chances of you winning that game is not high. I mean, against Appalachian State, what was the score? 17-14?
Something crazy.
Yeah, they didn't even. You
Yeah,
didn't score
17-14.
Yeah, you didn't score 20 points on a group of 5 school. Give me Miami.
Okay.
All day.
I like that. I like that.
The house. Miami.
All right.
Yeah.
Even though Texas A&M is the favorite to win, we could by last week scores we can tell that they do get it wrong. So we'll definitely see what Miami.
I mean, Vegas said that Ryan Day's playbook was going to be putting up 40 and beating Arkansas State by 40. That wasn't our game plan. Our game plan was to run the ball and have 250 running, 250 passing, bro. Like, you don't know what these coaches are trying to do. And like we talked about this, how these coaches, especially when you're playing like inferior opponents like this and you know that they're inferior opponents, you do things to help your team build an identity. You know, so you might look weak in a certain area this week, right? But it's because you're working on something and you want to see if your players can fight through it, you know? Now, which teams can fight through it?